This one's kind of awkward to talk about because I use AI all the time, and I don't mean for big things. I mean for stupid, simple stuff I should be able to do myself. I'll catch myself opening ChatGPT to reword a sentence or explain something I already half understand or decide between two choices that honestly don't matter. Stuff that a few years ago I would have just figured out. At first it felt amazing, like having the superpower in your pocket, instant answers, no friction, no struggle, and I told myself it was making me more efficient. But lately, I'm not so sure. I've noticed my brain hesitating more. Like there's this extra pause now before I try to think something through on my own. Almost like my mind is waiting for help instead of attempting anything first. And that's a weird feeling. It's not that I don't know things anymore, it's more like I don't trust my own thinking the way I used to. Why wrestle with a thought when I can just ask something else to do it for me? And the scary part isn't that AI gives answers, it's how quickly my brain learned that it doesn't have to try. I'll be halfway through a thought, and instead of finishing it, I'll just stop and outsource it. Not because I can't, but because it's easier not to. And over time, that adds up. I've caught myself feeling mentally softer, like my attention slips faster, like thinking deeply feels heavier than it should. And I don't know how much of that is AI, how much is social media, or how much is just modern life in general. But it feels connected. I'm not anti-AI. I think it's incredible. I think it's unavoidable. And I'm definitely not pretending I'm going to stop using it completely. I just don't want my first instinct to always be asking for help. I don't want my brain to forget how to sit with confusion for a second. Because confusion is uncomfortable, but it's also where most understanding comes from. It's strange how tools that are meant to help can slowly change how you relate to your own mind, not in a dramatic way, just quietly. Before AI, figuring things out took time. If you had a random problem, something small but annoying, you'd open Google and just start digging. You'd click through forums, old blog posts, Reddit threads with titles that barely made sense. Sometimes you'd spend like 20 minutes trying different search phrases, scrolling past stuff that wasn't even related, and every once in a while you'd find it. Some random guy on Reddit who had the exact same problem 13 years ago, same wording, same frustration, and there was something weirdly satisfying about that. Other times, you just wouldn't find anything. No answer, no solution. So you'd either live with it or try a few things yourself and hope something worked. You had to sit with the problem longer. Now, there's no waiting, no dead ends, no, guess I'll figure it out later. You ask, and it answers immediately. But I don't think AI is making us stupid overnight. I think it's just making it easier to never struggle. And I'm starting to wonder what that does to us long term. I don't have an answer. I'm still figuring this out while using it every day. I just know I don't want to lose the ability to think something through and be wrong and sit with that for a bit, because that used to feel normal. Anyway, that's something I've been noticing. If you feel the same way, like your brain reaches for shortcuts a little too fast now, yeah, you're not alone. I'll see you in the next one.